It is a good day, people, and welcome to the second ever Your Car Detailers video. I look ridiculous. It looks like I'm about to go work at Woolworths. Alright, that's better. Before I get too carried away though, there's a couple of things I have to touch on the previous video. Thank you everyone for your criticism. You're all jerks. Yeah, there was a lot of good pointers in there, and I'm terribly sorry that I was so sleepy and stuffed it up completely. Even the editing, I duplicated stuff. I said the word way too many times, but I do that, deal with it. Another thing that came up was apparently this here bird is not a parrot. This one. I called it a parrot in the last video, and one person in particular got really upset because I shouldn't call it a parrot. I should call it by its proper name. So I'm terribly sorry, and I will no longer call the pigeon a parrot. I am so dead. This video is more of a frequently asked questions video. We will be doing it, shooting more of them over there, where there isn't this mysterious aura of white light behind me, and I'm dragging Bianca into it because I can. Actually, because most of you want to see Bianca. I've noticed that every time I post anything about Bianca on the Facebook page, you all go stupid over it, so I'm dragging her into it. But I wanted to do this one specially because a lot of you ask questions about the team. Who are they? How do we select them? Why do we get along so well? But one question really stuck out, and it's the one that I'm going to break down and hopefully answer all the other ones too, because the majority of these are just asking the same thing. Who are the team? Who are the crew? Why do you get along so well? What's the secret? How do you employ people? How do I get a job there? So, the question reads, your staff there seem to get along so well and enjoy working together. How do I get my team of docile degenerates to love their job the way your crew do? Yeah, there's absolutely no surprise there as to why your staff don't like coming to work, is there? Woo! Where do I start? 2 words in. You use the words your team. They're not my team. It's not my staff. I'd never, ever, ever, ever refer down to them like that. We are a team. The captain of a team doesn't own the team. It's not his team. Like if you think of a soccer team, you all work together for the same goal. That's what we are. I don't take credit for the work my staff do. It's not, because they're not my staff. It's not me that did the work. We are a team. The team did it. If I didn't touch the car, I take 0 credit for it, and I say, put whoever it was that did the job on the pedestal and say, there she is. She's amazing. Take note. What else is on this damn thing that I can pull apart? The crew here don't like their work as such. They don't come here because of the workload. Today, we had scheduled 3 big cars, 2 100 series Land Cruisers and a Nissan Patrol, and then a 4th car rocked up. For 3 small petite girls, that is a lot of work, especially since one of them is only a junior. It's only her 2nd week here. It's enormous. No one comes to work wanting to do that. I can't wait to go to work and detail our Nissan Patrol. No, it doesn't happen. It's the work environment that they love, that they keep coming back to. We're all friends here. We all joke around. We all laugh a lot. And they all take the living piss out of me so bad, and they love it. But I'm A-okay with that because it creates the great work environment. Next thing I want to pull apart on this question of yours is why the name calling. Name calling from anyone in the team is the quickest way to destroy that happy work environment, especially from the top. You are the leader. You are supposed to set an example for your crew, and name calling is wrong. It's just straight up wrong. You do not bully and belittle your own staff. It is just wrong. I don't care what you think about me telling you that. It's wrong. Ask anybody. Next, if you're unhappy with docile degenerates, then why did you employ them? You employed the staff there. If you are unhappy with that, then you need to change your selection criteria. Here, there's four main things we look for. First and foremost is initiative. Why initiative? Because it creates a burden on staff if they always have to help someone that's moving a little bit slower than the rest and are constantly asking for help. What do I do next? What's next? What do I do next? Is this next? Actually, we don't mind the last one. We don't mind if someone asks, is this next? Because that shows initiative. At least you're trying to solve the problem ahead of you. Which brings me to one of probably the second most important thing, problem solving. We need someone here that solves problems. This is something we test out straight from the get-go. In the very first interview you will ever have with us, we ask you a whole lot of trip questions. I call them trip questions because they're designed to trip you up. And it is to test your problem solving skills. How do you act under pressure? These questions are designed to make you think. If you can't think, then you're not a very good problem solver, are you? Thirdly, but equally importantly, would be integrity. Integrity is wholeness. A team has to work as a whole. If you want a happy team, you can't have someone cutting corners and slacking off. Think of a place you used to work at back when you were just a staffer. There's always that one team member that slacks off and doesn't do the job properly, and everyone has to pick up after them. It's ranked in every workplace. We don't accept that here. The quickest, easiest way to test it is ask them the hard questions at the interview. Everyone knows what to say in an interview. Tell them how passionate you are about that particular thing. So when they come to you and say, I am passionate about whatever, ask them why. Why are you so passionate about it? What makes you so passionate about it? Why? Dig into it as deep as you can. And usually if they're bluffing and they're just saying it to get the job, it will show. It will show straight up immediately. I don't have to go into details with that one. Try it out. You'll understand. And finally would be presentation. Before I get into it though, anyone that knows the crew and knows what we do here and knows our former 2IC will tell you that he rocked up to his interview in a pair of thongs and board shorts and dirty yard clothes and he got the gig. That's not entirely true. We didn't actually have an interview. We didn't have an interview that day. He saw the ad on Facebook and he was here. Like straight away. He just ran straight over. I think the ad had only been up for about 20 minutes. That shows initiative. Initiative is more important to us than anything else, like I said earlier. So, when this man rocked up in a pair of thongs and dirty board shorts and dirty shirt, I didn't care. I did not care. And this man actually taught me quite a lot. He taught me how important problem solving is in the workplace. I didn't realize it until he started working with us because he was a badass problem solver. He was a better problem solver than I was. But if you do call someone in for an interview and they rock up all baggy and they don't take their personal presentation seriously, there's a good chance they're not going to take your business presentation seriously neither. So I would be avoiding them as such, or ask them why. Why did you rock up in that? Do you not know that this is a job interview and you're supposed to dress pretty? You never know. You might be surprised. While I'm thinking of it and on the topic, I mentioned how Brendan taught me a lot because he is a better problem solver than I am. You can't learn from your team if you try to stand above them. It clashes. If you're trying to stand above them, you will try to be better than them in every aspect, and that is generally what a boss does, the difference between a boss and a leader, like I mentioned earlier. You need to turn down a peg and try to learn from your staff. They might teach you new things. You don't know. You don't know who these people are. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know their struggles and what they've had to do in the past. So listen to them. They might teach you something new. Now, I really hope all this does help you, Miss Anonymous. I can understand why you want to stay anonymous, and one of the main reasons why I'm so happy to rip this question to pieces is because it's not going to come back on you, because no one else but me knows who you are. So I really hope this does help and give you a bit of insight. I've only been in business for 5.5 years, but I've already seen so many small businesses crack and crumble because of everything I just mentioned, a lack of everything I just mentioned. The workplace has to be a whole. It has to have wholeness. It has to have integrity. That is the one thing I would recommend you work on first. As for everyone else, if there's any burning questions you have that you think we could, should, or would know, we are planning on doing these frequently asked question videos as soon as the tripod arrives. So comment below any questions you have. I promise I won't be as rough on you as I am with this one. This one just needed a good lesson. And like I said, comment below, we'll look after it. And until then, bye now.